Hello and welcome to my second league match of the season, playing against bobbydj18. And let's see, we've got Spice Merchant, Counterfeit, Souk, Tanuki, trashing, lots of trashing. But I noticed we don't really have plus actions. But Bobby DJ has a 2-5, which is probably pretty good to be able to open with Tanuki. What are we trying to do here? Like, Guildhall stuff, potentially? With a Tanuki is probably the terminal of choice. But I guess you could probably play with multiple terminals. Like, you can, like, Tanuki plus one other thing. Possibly Legionary. Possibly... I think I will take a Spice Merchant and a Silver. Oh, no. Interesting. Alright, well, I think I prefer the Silver to the Lighthouse. I think we want to get Tanuki is first 5 to trash estates. And then... Uh-oh. We've got 2 estates down there? We're only hitting 4 next turn. Bug. Do we want to take a secret passage? Or do we just want another silver? I mean, I guess we could get one of each. I guess I'll take the secret passage. Unfortunate. At least neither of us hit 5. Let's take one more silver. This is... Well, I guess I wasn't really expecting anything better than that, but yeah, this hasn't gone particularly well so far, but... So Bobby DJ also not hitting... Oh, there it is. We could consider a Souk here instead of Tanuki. Tanuki, admittedly, like, the estate trashing isn't like the most exciting thing, but we probably do want the Tanuki ultimately. So I think we top deck silver, take Tanuki. Those are both... No, those are not both estates. Okay. An estate and a copper. I think I just want to get the Guildhall now. We can just Tanuki the estates into silvers and get money from that. Alright. We stick estate on the bottom, then next turn... You can trigger the shuffle again and find that estate. Wait, what? Okay, so do we want a second Tanuki, or do we want to just go for like a counterfeit? We will want a counterfeit eventually for plus buy, if nothing else. Yeah, maybe we take the counterfeit. It does also come with a coffer, which is nice. There are battlefield points, so we should be thinking about greening on the earlier side. Yeah. That being said, for this turn in particular, I think we take a gold. We bottom deck the secret passage. That's annoying. I guess Bobby GJ's plan is like Lighthouse with one souk, and then when you find the one souk, you can use Lighthouse to reduce your hand size. That's pretty reasonable. That is annoying. Okay, so we have 5, 10, 11, or 12. Yeah, man, if we hadn't bottom decked the secret passage, we get to play the Tanuki again. Gah. We could just buy, or like save the coffers, buy province. But I think it's probably important that we get some additional battlefield points. I think that does mean 5, 10. So 12. Yeah, we're one short of being able to do province duchy. So I think we just do this. Buy a province. We buy an estate, and we cry. So we at least get 4 battlefield points and not just 2. But man, yeah, if we'd been able to see the Tanuki that turn, if we'd seen the secret passage, which would have enabled us to see the Tanuki, then that would have been a lot better. I don't know, maybe I was supposed to save coffers by trashing the silver. I could see the argument. You still have the Sook, right? They're just seeing the Tanuki every turn, so they're not playing it. Okay, well that was definitely less bad. Probably put Estate on the... well... I don't anticipate wanting to mill Province. So, yeah, I think Estate on the bottom. I guess it could also be Copper. If we don't care about, like, what, we're just gonna buy a silver anyway. I guess, probably. I don't know why that keeps happening. Oops, no wait, that wasn't what I meant to do. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have put that all the way on the bottom. I guess having the lighthouses also means bobbydj is getting through the shuffle faster and able to see the Tanuki more frequently. So we don't have any green cards down there, which means we could play the Spice Merchant for draw. But it might be better to just do coins buy. Definitely threatening to empty on provinces if we take a province here, but like bobbydj doesn't have that much money in the deck. I'll just have 3 lighthouses. Yeah, I think I've just been outplayed here. I mean, it would have been nice if my earlier shuffles had gone better, but I think this line was just a little bit better than what I was doing. Do we go double duchy? I guess so. I don't love it. We could also take one more counterfeit to give ourselves some, like, some more plus buy that we can use to continue to fill our coffers. And then a duchy, I guess. They did hit province too. Jeez. Alright. We are so far behind. And they triggered the shuffle. Oh my god. Well... I mean, we're presumably about to lose here. Yeah, I do kind of feel like if if I had played something more similar, I still would have lost. It would have just been closer. But okay, ninja on a farrier board and a governor board. Oh gosh, where's the plus actions? The heck? That's so rude. Well, I guess innovation. It's a little bit of plus actions. I guess we're going ninja shaman. Oh man, the shaman stuff can trigger black cat too. What do we feel about playing the ninja here? I would really be sad if I drew my shaman dead. I think I'm not going to do it. Just buy another one. Yeah, now they're going to get to ninja. That's not cool. At least we got to punish that. One more shaman. There is an argument for getting a silver, but I think I'm going to take the shaman. Oh my god. What? Can I just find, like, a shaman? Alright. I think we gotta play the ninja. Farrier overpay is still not enough for us to trigger this shuffle. This is obnoxious. Well, what you gonna do? Don't think I want another shaman. Black cat, though. We could take a black cat. Why? Why can I not hit this at the top of the shuffle? Find a shaman, I mean. Taking another ninja does make sense. Frig, this is so obnoxious. Oh, I hate it. We do the ninja or do we do the farrier? I'm gonna do the farrier. It's unfortunate because, yeah, with the Black Cat, we're not going to get to react, but we do have another Shaman down there. But we can't... I mean, I guess I would like to cycle the one card. Oh my god, they hit 5. Alright, I'm taking a Black Cat. Oh, that does go before the ninja. Okay. At least they got a curse, though. No. Oh my god. This feels so hopeless. Like, I can't even hit 3! Oh, great. I can't even punish the farrier! Honestly, I think so much of this game actually was like about that turn 3 where I didn't have the shaman and they did. Like, do I have to at some point? I don't know. I might hit 3 off the ninja. This is so fucked. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Okay. We can take a silver. Fucking hooray. That one turn where I overpaid for farrier, maybe I should have gotten that second ninja, because I haven't had the opportunity to do it since. Okay, we gave him a bunch of curses. That's something. It is something. I think I'm just going to discard the farrier and keep the silver. Damn it. Would have liked to at least hit 4. But no. I'm going to take one more silver. I want to trigger the shuffle. I don't know if these black cats are even, like, helping, but I don't have any better ideas for what to do with all these 2-coin hands. Oh, man. We could actually hit a price point here. I mean, well, not really. We could hit... three. Oh, no! Oh, never mind. Did I turn this silver into a ninja? Yeah. Oh, I get the silver back. I wasn't even thinking about that. Sadly, they don't trigger the black cats. Yeah. Shouldn't trash copper. I should force them to take a state. I guess I'll do barrier overpay. Even though we're going to get attacked at least... Oh, I didn't get any black cats! Come on! Frig. We gotta do it like this. I can believe they've hit 5 3 times and 6 once. I have hit... I mean, I guess I can believe that once they hit 5 once, but I have hit 5... Never! Never! I don't know. Maybe I was... No, see, the problem is... They got to trash a card turn 3, which meant I gained a card turn 3. I think that was the problem. It's like, somehow, like, my deck ended up 1 card thicker than theirs, and so I couldn't trigger the shuffle as quickly, and I'm pretty sure that that was all a consequence of... Discarding the black cats could be incorrect. They might actually go for green here, but... I do have a slight points lead. Is it possibly correct for me to just keep buying farriers just on the back of that? Probably not. I'm gonna do it anyway. What else am I supposed to do? Well, they might not actually ninja me here. I didn't even register that. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, that's so asinine. Do I discard the estate? Maybe so. This was conceivable here that I would draw another silver and hit 5, you know? That was possible. Was possible. I don't even have anything to trash. I'm just buying double black cat here. There's a gold in the trash. Okay. Now we somehow need to try to get points because bobbydj has a province. How do we do that? I don't know. Probably doesn't involve doing anything with this shaman. We do get the gold. So that's something. Oh my god. Guess we're buying an estate. Now we have the points lead again. No, wait, that doesn't make sense. Oh! Double estate, here we come, I suppose. Problem is now the black cats don't actually give out curses, so even if we get to react, it doesn't necessarily matter too much. Have we triggered a shuffle since we've got that gold? Probably not. No, we... Oh no, yeah. We triggered the shuffle there and then we gain the gold, yeah. The gain... No, we should keep the black cat. So they buy a state. I was thinking about the governor, but yeah, if they just buy it, then that's... Oh my god. Well, that was the stupidest game of Dominion ever. How the fuck did I win that game? What the hell? I'm still mad about it. I'm still... I mean, I'm happy I won the game. Don't get me wrong. I'm mad about how most of it went, but I'm very happy that I won and very confused. What the fuck was that? All right, all right. There is no trashing here. There is Grotto. I guess Grave Robber is a sort of trashing, but not the sort that matters. Pretty easy to avoid Bandit Fort stuff, I think. Horn of Plenty, can we make that work? With Contract, yeah, probably. And Grotto, it'll be tough though. I think the opening is... Oh, there's also Patron for plus actions. You can store up some stuff that way, and Gondola. Coastal Haven can also... Like, Contract itself can set aside stuff, but also Coastal Haven. Okay, yeah, I think Horn of Plenty Megaturn is doable here. It's just going to be rough. Engineer might have a role to play here. Getting a bunch of secret passages would not be a bad thing. But on the other hand, storing up villagers early looks pretty valuable. And we're definitely going to open with a Grotto. That much is clear. No. I mean, we could have used it to hit 5 here, but I don't actually care about hitting 5 in the opening anyway. Well, maybe opening Contract would have been good, actually. No, but I still want the villagers. That's the thing. Okay, we could get a Contract now, though. Jester. I want to prioritize the Coastal Haven. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's get another Grotto. You discarded my Contract? That's so rude. Well, geez. No Grotto, no nothing. Ugh. Jester's most likely to give the opponent copper, which is annoying, but isn't doing super much for my deck. I think I'd rather get the Horn. There's good 2 costs to gain, so even if the Horn, like, we find absolutely nothing with it, it's still like this. We can gain another Grotto, we can get a Black Cat. And we can buy an Engineer, I guess. It is pretty annoying, though. Like, that was... It's pretty unlikely. I want Black Cat or do I want Grotto? Grotto number 3 seems pretty good here. Maybe better than Black Cat. Okay. We have up to 9 coins. I mean, I think we're doing this. By 9 coins, I meant... Actually, hold on. We should get a Jester. The fact that our contract got flipped by the Jester really set us back. Like, both because we didn't get to see it and get the favor, and also because that meant that bobbydj didn't have to spend a gain on the contract. And like, the odds of that were obviously very low, so that's pretty aggravating. Okay. Don't think we need to double grotto here. I think we can just do that. Or we could Coastal Haven the grotto. Maybe that makes more sense. I think I want a secret passage. And another. We should get that Jester. Annoying. I would also like another horn. I take the Jester. I don't know. It could be wrong. And then I think a black cat. I mean, I guess I do. You know, the grotto does set aside junk cards, so that does make it somewhat less likely, but it's still like never hitting copper? Like, what the hell? I don't know. Maybe I should have just gone straight for horn rather than contract. Of course, then bobbydj would have an extra horn, but. Really? Buying a grotto on 7? Interesting. Okay. Well, we're gonna play the black cat anyway. I don't think it makes sense to contract anything, but we can set aside a copper because we don't need that. What do we want to gain with the engineer? Probably just another secret passage. We could also gain a gondola. It is another unique, but It's also a stop card. I think I'll gain the Secret Passage and we can gain the Gondola later. Alright, we need another horn. Probably one other contract. Coastal Haven this copper. Oh, did bobbydj not play a Grotto last turn? Stop it! God damn it. Okay. So let's go ahead and play this. Just top deck the Grotto and know that we have a Grotto for next turn. Seems reasonable enough. We're only gonna have 4 coins. If we set aside 4... That's fine. We could buy a Gondola to play the Engineer. It is another unique, as I mentioned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, let's just gain some more horns. We are going to need to make sure that we have enough uniques. Passage, Engineer, Black Cat, Contract, Grotto, Horn, Gondola, Jester, Patron, Copper. Okay, we definitely have them. Oh, oops. I wasn't supposed to gain a Gondola with the Horn. So if we can set up a turn with like a couple Grottos, Duration Gondola, contracted thing, like, you know, that's one way to do it. Coastal Haven. We got 4 horns right now, which is not quite as many as I'd like, but might be enough for what we want to do. I would like to get one more horn, but other than that, I think at this point it's just about setting up for the big turn. Because if we pop 4 horns, and if we can pop 4 horns and buy a province, like, that's also pretty good. There's not really otherwise a good mechanism to score, like, you know, duchies are hard to come by here. I mean, if you get enough horns, you can get a bunch of duchies, but you got to get the horns first. Really, you're getting another horn. Really? Discarding it doesn't reveal it. This is... I don't actually particularly want a second patron anyway, so I don't mind that. But it would be nice to, if that gave me a coffer. I mean, I don't know. Would I turn down a free patron? Maybe I wouldn't turn down a free patron. Early, you are buying a Horn of Plenty. I'm really kind of confused about what's going on here. Really? Okay. So top decking Black Cats seems potentially generally good because it can react to green gains. Although I don't know that I necessarily expect bobbydj to be doing that just yet. So like we could put this Black Cat here. Or like here, I guess. Yeah. Or I think the way I want to do this is Grotto. We could Grotto twice. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. It would have been nice to be able to Grotto full 8 cards, but that's okay. I don't know if that's going to be enough setup for a big horn turn, but I guess we'll see. I'm worried it won't be. Let's put it that way. At the very least, we should be able to do some stuff with our contracts. So even if we can like contract our black cats and do another 4-card grotto set aside, then I think that won't be too bad. Jester aside, grotto aside. That's interesting. I mean, it does give +1 action. Just kind of potentially awkward timing. Anyway, yeah, the other thing I could have considered last turn was havening the second grotto, and I did consider it. If I could have havened both the grotto and the horn that I had, then I would have done that. But I wasn't an option, so. So bobbydj is going to have at most 1 black cat on top. Pretty likely to have that black cat on top, though. Okay. We don't even have a grotto in hand, so that's already not great. Let's play this. Oh no. Do we have, is our other grotto in our discard pile? Oh, it is. Oh, fuck. That's really bad. Oh, I did not. Oh, man. Okay. Ugh. That is really quite unfortunate. Okay, well, I think what we do is we top deck a black cat. And we engineer for 1. We didn't find the frickin' gondola either. Oh, God. To get that, just to get that down. This shuffle has not been good. Contract. We could contract like engineer patron, but it would be good to play the engineer. I mean, we know that bobbydj only has the 1. Wait. Oh, that was a 9, not a. I don't know why I thought BDJ had 6. Okay, so Grotto, Passage, Patron, Engineer, Jester, Copper, Contract, Horn. So we could take 2 provinces here. And the advantage of doing that, we could take 3 provinces. The advantage of doing that now is that we know we're not going to get a whole bunch of curses. from it. Let's play the Jester and see what that reveals. Okay. Do we have to keep the Engineer in play? Auto Passage, Jester, Copper, Contract, Horn, Patron, Engineer. Yeah, we do. That's annoying. Okay. Well, so be it. I think we take another Black Cat. We don't need all of this money. We could set aside Copper Contract with Coastal Haven. I think that seems reasonable. Okay, one Black Cat on top. That's good. I can potentially react. Oh, we knew that was on top. Never mind. There's also a pile-out threat. It's not super immediate, especially because we just popped 2 of our horns, but... Oh, also, we discarded their Black Cat off the top, so of course they didn't have the Black Cat in hand. I didn't even register that. Okay, we have 7 coins right now. It sure would be good to get to 8. Although, I say that, but... Now Bobby DJ potentially has a whole mess of Black Cats. Taking a bunch of curses to buy 1 province doesn't sound great. It's probably better... not to do that. I should have just hung on to this secret passage or contracted it or something. That was a mistake. We can grotto these 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we do hit 8, but we could also next turn the gondola. Oh, we also need to put a card back. Yeah, I think we bottom deck a copper. 2, 3, 4. Next turn that. Play this. Buy. Buy what? It would be nice to get another horn into the deck. But then we don't get to contract it or haven anything. Maybe that's fine. I think it's fine. There is a world where Bobby DJ can take 4 provinces here. with 3 horns. Although the horn that they just gained... Wait, no, they didn't just gain one. Never mind. Yeah, there's a world. They didn't play a horn last turn, but that doesn't mean that they didn't see one or grotto one or something. It would be very fortuitous for them to have been able to line up all of their horns like that. I sure wasn't able to do that. Yeah, he certainly did have a lot of black cats, so taking green there wouldn't have been fantastic. Might have been necessary. We'll find out. I guess the issue that you might run into is not being able to put enough uniques into play because... Well... No, probably not. Still got an action left for Jester. Patron doesn't require an action. Already got these things. So it'd be like... Yeah, Patron, Jester, Copper, Contract, Horn. Yeah. Yeah, I think it just comes down to whether... Oh, he doesn't have a patron. So it'd have to be Jester, Gondola, Copper, Contract, Horn. Which, I mean, he might have. He does have a Gondola. Wait, the contracts, though. 2 contracts already in play. But he's definitely got more. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I kind of feel like he should have it, actually. I mean, there's potentially a lot of dead cards in his hand. Like, second Jester, Estates, Grottos are like not contributing towards that goal. It's not that many, but it's some. I wonder if all this hesitation is because like the one card on the bottom is like the Gondola or one of the horns or whatever. So I feel like it would be pretty... Like, there's no way you draw that many cards and don't have the money to buy a province. Oh, other black cats. That's the other thing he could have that doesn't do anything right now. In fact, that's... Whoa. Probably the case. That he does have some. I think I have... I think it's like 5-4, the distribution. So you should have at least one. Or well... No, yeah, he didn't play Black Cat. I played Black Cat. Playing a Grotto is not a very I'm winning the game this turn move. That's for sure. We can probably safely assume that he top decked a Black Cat. That would be the card that you would top deck given the opportunity, at least. Well, there's one on the contract, so not that one. This is definitely not enough uniques. It's just 5. So Copper, it's probably that he didn't see the gondola. I would bet. Because we can see he saw the Jester. And there's realistically no way he doesn't have like any copper in hand. I mean, maybe he saw the... If he'd seen the gondola last turn, he probably would have played it, but... It could have gotten grottoed, or it could have been the bottom card. He's got a lot of setup for the next turn. That is for sure. Okay, if I can get 2 provinces here, then I will feel good. Can I get 2 provinces here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Okay. Grotto, Gondola, Passage, Black Cat. Patron, Jester, Copper, Horn. We don't need the Engineer, for what that's worth. Or we don't need the Black Cat, is the other way to look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we're 1 coin short of triple. So we should probably go for that. Bottom deck of province. Play the Black Cat. Okay. Well. So it's on both of our contracts last turn, right? Or the turn before? I don't think we have any contracts down there. We might have copper, but... I think we probably just take a duchy. Which means we don't need to play the Engineer. We do need to play the Copper. But we could Grotto the Engineer. Right? Grotto, Gondola, Passage, Cat, Patron, Jester, Copper, Horn. I think... Well, we could Engineer for Gondola to play Jester if we'd rather Grotto the Copper. That has the advantage of letting us... It puts another Gondola into the deck. I don't know how valuable that really is. I think we're going to want to be able to buy stuff. I think we'd just Grotto the Engineer. I don't think I want that. It's not a given that we win at this point, but it's hard for us not to. Maybe it is a given. No, I mean, there's duchies. Yeah, no, it's not like we have half VP, certainly. But we do get to activate a black cat. Unless they don't green, which seems like it wouldn't go well for them, so... I have to imagine they were very close to winning last turn, but now I think it's... I'd have to like really, really whiff. I do still have a horn too. Yeah, 12 would get them to 20, and then they need like 5 duchies to get to 35 or 34 after I play this black cat. Another possibility is that I pile on Passage or Grotto, but I don't have my engineer right now, so that's not super likely. Okay. Do we worry about bobbydj's ability to win? I think we... There's no... I guess it's not a given that a duchy even helps us right now. I mean, how many... Plays a black cat... Sets a black cat aside, sets a black cat aside. That's 3, and then there was a 4th one that was gained out of 6. So realistically, duchy is doing at least a little bit. And we get to top deck our black cat if we play the passage. Well, okay. Do we play the Jester? The advantage of playing the Jester is we can buy another Grotto. We could also set it aside with Coastal Haven. I think I like that better. I would definitely have felt more comfortable if I'd been able to at least get a duchy that came with net positive points. But we still get to give out one more curse now, minimum. So that means Province gets bobbydj to 21. And then needs 5 duchies. That's a lot. This does not look like the turn of somebody who's going to be taking 5 duchies. I don't know if it's even possible. Like, the horns are empty now. There's 5 horns in the trash. I have 1, so 4 horns. Yeah, it would not be possible to get 5 duchies in a province all at once. All right, well, surely we have province here. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. That was a bit of a marathon. And now we have cheap Sentinel. That'd be... Well, I was going to say that'd be good on a 5-2, but actually I don't know how much early matters here. I mean, we're surely getting a Sentinel. And then... There's a slight risk if we don't take Battle Plan. I think I'm just going to click on Sentinel and then see what bobbydj does. I'm thinking, like, Skulk to get a gold into the deck that we can then butterfly into a Trickster is pretty good. And also can power up Battle Plan if we end up not doing that. It's a bit of a risk, but it's not a huge risk. Okay, well. All right, I think we go ahead and take the Battle Plan. We could also use like a fishing village, but next turn, maybe we end up playing the Skulk. We're gonna have 5 coins minimum. We could have 6, which could be like Battle Plan Fishing Village, as opposed to... Well, but no, we do want to get the Trickster. I don't know. I'm going to click on Battle Plan. Okay, we don't see the Skulk anyway. Fine, whatever. Let's take the Trickster. I think... I mean, it's not totally clear. It's like, it is true that the trashing here is, like... It's a little awkward to trash curses, but it's not that bad. I still think I'm going to take it. All right. I do surely wish I had 3 here. Getting a Sentinel just so we can butterfly it into a fishing village seems dubious. I don't think I'm going to do that. Diluted? God damn it! Ah! That's horrendous! What? Oh my god. What the hell? Jesus. That's so bad. Holy shit. Oh my god, if only I had hit 3 last turn. Fuck. Now, triggering the shuffle here does not seem great. Neither does rotating, 'cause fucking diluted. Do I want a pendant? I don't think that's better enough than gold ever to be worth... I mean, 1 more gold, I guess, is fine. Sure, whatever. Okay. Well, we definitely need a fishing village. Now triggering the shuffle looks a little better. Give ourselves a couple shots at drawing that fishing village and also get enough money to be able to buy Warlord. Eight coins. Yeah, we could go Fishing Village Warlord. Admittedly, our next turn doesn't look amazing, but we do get to still set aside a gold. I mean, we could also... Oh, we're not going to play the Skulk, though. Right. Yeah, I still think... Nice, okay. Oh my... Are you fucking kidding me? What?! How have these hexes been so spot on? That's unbelievable. I think I'd rather have Fishing Village than Throne Room right now. We'll take a Throne Room after this, but... Alright, I mean... I play with Warlord and you... Well, I guess they can double rotate. What are those last two cards? I think it's... They're still copper? Trickster, right. I think we want the plus buy here. I haven't trashed any of these curses, so it is doing some work. Alright, Throne Room. We could take a Werewolf. We don't really need the draw this coming turn, though. Another Skulk would not be ridiculous. Could also just take an Archer. Yeah, let's go with the Archer. Oh, there go the curses. That was a pretty lucky hit. Okay, we can potentially get multiple Warlords here. We do have to return our Skulk, which is... Or the Throne Room. Or we can Throne the Skulk. That's probably the play. We don't get to draw everything, but I think that's okay. Alternatively, we just butterfly into all the Warlords. That's probably correct. All the Warlords. We don't have the battle plans, but we got them Warlords. Now we can play with as much like Throne Room, Werewolf, whatever as we want. So that's cool. We do have to get another Skulk for plus buy, which is going to be a little slow and annoying. If the Sentinel were a 4 cost instead of a 3 cost, that would help a lot. Butterflying the Archer, how would we feel about that? We do have a copper left. I guess we should trash it. We certainly don't need the money from the Archer. The question is, do we want to attack or do we want to gain another 5? I'm thinking... The 5 isn't really what I want, it's 4s, so I'm gonna attack. What we can potentially do... Fishing Village or Throne Room? Probably Throne Room. What we can potentially do is... We gotta get a Skulk. Well, we can potentially turn the Sentinel into a Fishing Village, turn a Fishing Village into a Throne Room. Part of the problem is we're going to end up with like too many golds because of having to gain Skulks. So I don't want to Butterfly Skulk again, really. Let's see. Well, we can't draw this turn, draw on this turn anyway, so I don't think there's any point in butterflying the Fishing Village right now. The Sentinel, sure. Although, we definitely want to play the Skulk. We're okay to not play the Archer, I think. Crash their battle plan, that's a good hit. Yeah, I think we do Trickster. This becomes a Fishing Village. And we get... We are going to need another Skulk, but... We definitely want a Werewolf. I think I'm going to take the Throne Room. Well, we can Throne the Skulk, too, if we need extra buys. Alright, if we get hit by that Samurai, that Trickster set aside isn't going to help as much as it would otherwise, but, you know, whatever. Yeah. bobbydj still has 2 Sentinels and 2 Curses. Fascinating. It's kind of figuring at some point he'd transition to Temple. Well, overall, I think some pretty unfortunate stuff happened at the beginning of the game with those hexes, but getting all the warlords, I think, is more impactful than any of that. Hey, I don't want that. There's the temple. Hey, come on. Okay. We don't actually have that much money here. I was thinking to throw in the Skulk. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now I kind of want to get a temple myself. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fishing village, temple, sentinel with the plan to butterfly the sentinel could, I guess, be an option, but I don't love that. I think we just go temple. Well, it could just be fishing village temple. All right, I think so. Another option is to throne the trickster. It doesn't make sense to throne the archer, so let's play the archer. Throning the trickster is a little bit of draw. I think I'm going to go with that. Let's throw in the trickster. And take temple, and I do want another fishing village because I want to add more werewolves, but I can't play another werewolf this coming turn. So I want to get the duration balance going. Once the trickster's done, we can swap that into a samurai. Maybe I already mentioned that. You have 3 werewolves? Well, can you even... Oh, okay. That was a weird one. That was a weird one. Oh boy, we are getting some pain today. Like, good grief. 3rd board with Black Cat. I mean, we've got Tax and Catapult as well. Okay. And the only plus actions is Shanty Town? Okay. Well, one thing you can do is play a whole bunch of tide pools and then play an outpost and then just clear the tide pools on the outpost turn. It's not too bad. There's no gains here except for outpost. Okay. Yeah, I mean, mask looks good, of course. It would be... You probably want to get an outpost relatively early. So I'm wondering about just opening Mask Silver. If we knew for a fact that bobbydj was going to open Silver, right, then we would get a mask here and then let him take the debt. But, I mean, obviously we don't know that. And in fact, I would kind of assume that he won't do that unless I take the Silver. Double mask is also an option. I think I would like a silver in the deck, and I'm willing to take the debt off of it. I was half expecting, after I did that, I was like, wait a minute, he could just tax Masquerade. Consider it not to have done that. Alright, I think here I'm going to take a Shanty Town. A catapult. And down. bobbydj take the outpost. bobbydj has 2 terminals. I have a terminal and a village, so it looks worse for him, but... I will take it, even though I do have to take a debt. Punished. Hard punished. Oh no. Oh man. That's so uncool. Ugh. I guess I'll take a border guard. It's fine. And I guess we'll take another Shanty Town. Just played the Masquerade, so no need to hang on to these. This is not ideal, but... It would be nice to get to use the Shanty Town to play a terminal action. Okay. We are going to need some more money. But do we want to get a Tide Pools? Think I'm gonna go with one more silver for now. Wow, did we really hit that hard? That's crazy. Oh, never mind. Now Tide Pools? We're still gonna need more money than this. But I mean, I guess the goal is ultimately to like hit 7 for reap a bit. Add payload. Go gadget Shanty Towns. Oh my god, what? Do we play this tide pools? I mean, we can get to the outpost, potentially. Almost certainly. We do get to reap. I mean, we've got this Shanty Town. I guess. We could also just buy a 5. It's hard for the drawing with the Shanty Town to do worse than that, though. Okay. Do we want Treasury? Take another Tide Pools. Tide Pools, I guess. Still in a state. Madness. We get catapulted here. I don't know. Okay. Oh. Huh. Oh, they do have another mask. I forgot about that. Actually, you know what? Screw that. I feel validated. Do we just go ahead and province? I'm gonna say yes. Okay, now here, if we get catapulted, it's just border guard copper, I guess. We probably do want the Shanty Town, but I'm gonna take the silver actually. Well, Not ideal. That is a drawn deck. But it's a very... like... it's going to be real tough for that to continue. Not that my deck is, like, incredibly reliable either, but... You gonna throw a silver at me? Wow, they actually did... oh, but no, but now they can't even hit province. Yeah. Unfortunate that we don't have the opportunity to pass that curse back, but... That's annoying. Would we rather have treasury or another gold? I guess treasury. So now if we double tide pools, it's our non-outpost turn that gets hit, which is definitely worse. Might still be worth it though. This is part of the reason. Passing that curse back. We don't trash the copper at this point. I don't know. I think I do want to trigger this shuffle because, okay. I was going to say, if we can leave the Shanty Town on top, that would be good. Well, you get to leave a Shanty Town on top. All right. Oh, yeah, that's going to do it for us. But it's not like they got a province, so... yeah. I think the ideal scenario here... we just discarded our tide pools. The ideal scenario is that we get a province, play the outpost, find the two tide pools, play the two tide pools, get another province, and then, yeah, okay, our regular turn is a bust again, but then we have two more provinces, and that's pretty good. God damn it. It could still play the mask. I'm gonna play it safe here. Guess they probably don't have anything to pass. Oh shit. I'm gonna take the outpost. God damn it. Really? YOLO. Guess we take another treasury. Oh, this is auto top decking. Whoops, I should turn that off. You might not want that. None of these curses are in the trash. Ideally, I would get one of the masks to like pass a curse, trash a curse. One of the masks plays. Has not really worked out that way yet. Oh, so I'll have to. I guess I'll take the horn. I might prefer the lantern actually, but it is easier to get. Okay, never mind. Okay, here we go. Trigger to shuffle, play to border guard, discard curse and province. So we have 4 cards down there total. Do not want to top deck border guard, do I? Maybe I do? Try to find a Shanty Town? Oh, never mind, it doesn't matter. I forgot. Maybe this wasn't safe. If they can hit double province, then they just win. I feel like their deck is not actually going to be capable of doing that, though. Yeah. Like, their deck was extremely, like, you gotta find and play all the treasuries and the Shanty Towns activate and blah, blah, blah. And now it's like, okay, but you added some more stop cards, so... Two curses in the trash. Okay. So they don't have a curse to pass back. It's good to know. They took the horn, but not the lantern. I'm fine with that. like having a lantern. Awkward to border guard into treasuries. I wonder if they like didn't think about that. I think they probably didn't. As a mistake. I'm not actually sure if it improves or hurts my chances to win if they take a province here, to be honest. I'm expecting them to take a duchy. Well, I mean, I guess if they're not playing an 8th coin, they certainly aren't going to take a province, but... yeah, okay. Ask me something good. That's alright. Do we trigger the shuffle? Yeah, we go for the outpost. We don't find it. It's okay. We have tide pools, outpost down here. Well, we don't actually necessarily need the outpost at this point. I'm wondering if we should pass it. Doesn't do them any good. There's a world where we're very sad that we don't have our outpost. Probably we just pass a border guard. But if we get catapulted, I think we discard the outpost. Really? I guess that does let you top deck the treasuries and give you enough money that you can actually hit province, if that was an issue, which it seems like maybe it was. Oh, and you had the tide pools thing. Right. Okay, I get it. I'd forgotten that you picked up a tide pools. Are you not hitting duchy even, though? That's pretty rough. That's definitely below expectation. Yep. I was definitely hitting province there. I probably didn't need to play the mask. That's on me. That's my bad, Bobby, DJ. I'm sorry. I didn't need to do that. I was honestly just thinking about, like, yay, I get to get rid of my curse, not like, oh, but I make my opponent do a thing. Okay. Last one. We got Kitsune. This match is pain. It's just pain. Alright, so obviously Overlord as Kitsune is going to be amazing. The question is, do we just open Overlord or do we get a gear, I think? I do like getting the gear. I think I'll get the gear. Do we take a curse to pay off 3 debt? I do not think so. Ugh. Got a vampire? Oh, I don't agree with that choice. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Go ahead and pick another Overlord. I mean, we might want a vampire eventually for trashing, but I just think this is... Oh man, Overlord as Puka looks pretty good here, I have to say. I don't know if it looks good enough to actually... Well, I mean, these are all stop cards. Yeah, we're probably supposed to do that. Oh. Oh, pff, never mind. Yeah, I'm not taking the curse. Ugh, that stings. That stings real bad. We can do Puka again here. Actually, we can just... If we give out 2 curses, Great Leader is activated. Then our gear is non-terminal. Yeah, okay, never mind. This should probably be another gear. I'm not going to want to play the Curse Gold yet. But eventually... Alright, setting aside 2... No, we want to hit 5 for a vampire. We could set aside 1. The other thing we could do, set aside 2, Puka Trash. Very likely draw our Overlord. I think that's... Well, okay, wait. We have... Estate, Curse Gold. We do have a Curse down there, and we have Curse, Estate, Copper, Copper down there. So if we trash, we only hit 5 if we... Well, I think we don't set aside, but we do... Puka. Alright, now we take our vampire. I guess we're gonna need to get a ducat at some point. So we can have plus buy. That's pretty annoying. Maybe we don't have to, but we probably do. Diluted. Well, maybe I buy another vampire. Or a ducat. Hey, I don't want that. guess we set aside Curse in anticipation of Bat. And we do that. And I mean, we could buy another Overlord. Maybe we'd rather have a vampire, though. Oh, we can't buy Overlord. Never mind. Well, the question is, do we want a Ducat badly enough? I don't think so. I think I want another vampire. Yeah. And surely gear is... Well, we could vampire for the Ducat. Ducat or gear? Probably Ducat immediately pays for itself with an extra gear. I mean, conceivably, bobbydj gets 3 gears, but if that's the case, then it's not like we were getting the additional gear anyway. We do have a substantial points lead at the moment. I do wonder whether... The problem is there's not like a really good way to lower piles aggressively. Or like a third pile in particular. There's not like a good third pile to target. We can gain... Quarry? Really? Oh, that seems... old. Oh, they didn't have any vampires. Wait, but did they have 2 bats and a vampire? I guess they must have. Hey. Well, I'll take my double gear. Yeah, that's an actual puka. How about that? So many curses are in the trash? 6? Oh, but miserable, right? I think I only took 2 curses. And I just trashed them. BDJ has 1 estate left and miserable. That math's, yeah, 4, 3, 5. Yep. Quarry is pretty wild. I don't get the thought process there. Another puka. Hey. Stop that! Taking the tent. I think I'm not going to set aside with this one. obviously going to set aside with this one. I guess we'll say no here. Look at that, we drew our deck. I wouldn't mind getting another ducat. This is going to be like coins, silver. We have 4 or 5 coins. We could vampire for the ducat. Or we could just buy the ducat, trash the copper. Yeah. Oh, another interesting thing we could do is play 10 to rotate and buy a garrison. And get a bunch of garrisons. I don't know if this is gonna go back far enough. Yeah, we don't need the copper if we're gonna get these garrisons. I don't know if this is a good idea. But we could still take a ducat, I suppose. Just for the extra gains. Ooh, that's a hit. The problem we're going to have is like drawing enough cards this coming turn with maybe not having Puka, but we also got to get something for the bat. The bat, the bat, the bat. We could also just stop here. Bat 1 ducat. Overlord as Kitsune, gaining silver. Rebuy the ducat. Or buy a hill fort. Hill fort does look good. Or wait, well, Stampede is surely overkill. Oh, I forgot about the estates we were putting into hand. Right, right. And actually, we can Puka. All right, well, we might as well do that then. One more garrison. Is Hillfort better than Kitsune? I guess first we do this. We set aside gear garrison. That last card is also a gear. Let's see. We almost have a win here. Overlord as Hill Fort putting Ducat into hand. Wait, do we have a win? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 by, 2 by, 3 by, 4 by? Wow. Okay. That. And that. And put it in hand. Okay. That was not what I was expecting to happen, but I'll take it, obviously. That was... yeah. That was crazy. I'm really... I was not expecting to 5-1 against bobbydj. bobbydj is a strong player. I mean, not that anybody that I'm playing, you know, in these divisions isn't, but like, I don't know. I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm certainly happy with that. I don't really feel like I played to a 5-1 advantage. I think this board in particular, like, I prefer my approach of like not taking the curses, aggressively giving out the curses over going for vampire. I feel like the vampire opening is a very like what I would have done like before Kitsune came out, or like early after it came out. Maybe it doesn't really make sense to be playing a board with Kitsune before Kitsune was released. But like there are... Vampire's a really strong card, but there are situations where it doesn't make sense to go for it super aggressively. And this particular board, the trashing is on the slow side, and the cursing can add up real fast. And I mean, that's always a thing with Kitsune, but especially if you have a way to open Kitsune effectively. And then like the cursed gold, if you're having to play that to get the vampire, also slows the whole process down, whereas you don't need to do that to get the overlord. So like I think on this one in general, I like my approach better, although I wasn't actually so confident that I was like super winning this game until like the turn where I suddenly drew deck. But I do like my approach better. But in general, I don't feel like I like super outplayed bobbydj. So, and I feel it in particular that ninja shaman game. I still don't really know how I actually won that game. I was really expecting this, like, you can draw a bunch of cards at governor, and then you can like actually do things, and I wasn't able to do things the entire game. I think I literally never hit 5 that game, like literally never. So that one, at the very least, I don't know. I mean, maybe there was something bobbydj should have done differently that would have locked it up for him, but yeah. In any case, thanks for watching. Next match should be on Saturday. So until then.